well, maybe I could help some people in the meantime to stay awake. I don't stay up as late as I used to. Are you that dude? I don't know, I guess. I'm a dude and I'm here. I used to do commercials way back when about government programs, and I still do government programs and other free sources, alternative sources of money. That's what I sort of like to call it. Because everything, I don't care if it's government, it's from the toilet, or where the heck it's from. It's just that stuff people don't know. I'm doing great. And that's the problem. We all know the same thing that everybody else is using because somebody's making a hell of a lot of money selling that to us. So they're going to keep marketing it and trying to convince everybody that this, whatever they have, is the best thing from sliced bread, and you got to use this to solve your problems. And I'm fine if you want to, but there's probably alternatives that are free, and the people who are selling you something, that you don't need that. And that's what I don't want, is people to stop doing things in life because they think they have to spend money, and that's silly. That's silly, 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 silly. and that's what I've been doing for many, many years, more years than I like that count or whatever. Ooh, we got some people coming. Hey, Daniel, Kyle, wow, thanks for joining us. It's just, see, all the good stuff to my mind, it doesn't advertise. They don't advertise. You go to bank and get money. You could, go to the payday loan people and get money. Hi, all this stuff where people are going to charge you money because they spend a lot of money trying to find you. How do I get a grant to buy a house? Well, they're all over. And it's really grants and loans. I mean, you're not going to get like $300,000 grant to get a house. I mean, that's possible, but probably not very probable. And so I put that aside. And what you get grants for is really down payment money, closing cost money, and things like that. And actually, I was hearing a report today that I wanted to get some data on, because they were talking about how, we spend, something like $200 billion on housing money. But, for housing, to get housing for people. But most of that, like 3/4 of that, hey, good to see you too. Who is that? Oh, Cassie, how are you? But anyway, about 75% of that 300 billion or 200 billion is really in tax breaks. And most of that is coming from rich people. So it's not the people, hi bro, I'm looking for land in Butte County. Is Butte County in Montana, or where is that? Oh, I think I remember that the other day when I was on, you said that. How about a small business startup funds here? Well, they're all there, And actually, one thing to do is, and particularly on housing, on starting a business. Somebody, you said, want to start a business. I need money to help me less. I guess I love the bow tie. Oh yes, I like bow ties. They're fun. And anyway, here, if you go to lesco.com/5free, 5, the number 5, and then free. You get a download there that I show you the 7 best, I'm sorry, it's 5, 5 best places that you could get free help to start finding the free stuff. Now remember, when you're looking for stuff, it's not easy. I think the problem is the people who tell you everything is easy in life, because they're saying that as long as you give them money, because then they'll make a lot of money off it, from you. But if you're not going to spend a lot of money to do that, this takes work. And actually, even if you do spend money on it, it's still going to take work. And that's the game in life, that there's no shortcut around doing that. But we get tied up with salesmen, and I'm a salesman myself, I guess. Saying that it's so easy, and that's why it takes patience. It's a numbers game. You have to contact, like even the sources I give you now. Now, say if you wanted to start a business, and Do you have real estate info? Yes, I've done probably about 150 reports on real estate grants and other alternative sources of free money at the local level. That's where all the good grants are. That's where all the good information is at your local level. It's at your state, it's at your county, it's at local nonprofits, it's at your city level or whatever. You start digging around in there. And you just start, just look at websites that are .gov or .org. You don't want to deal with any other website unless they're .gov or .org. Pennsylvania, yes. Boy, I guess I've been doing this so long. I mean, it sounds... I know the system and how it is, where these things are hiding. Actually, they were just on the interview today from the executive director of HUD, the doctor who's now in charge of HUD under, well, his deputy was on the air, and they're trying to do all things. But the problem is most of that stuff, most of the money is going to wealthy people because people, millionaires are getting huge tax breaks. That's one of the biggest things. I don't know, they're looking for money in the government. I don't know why they cut that tax break. Why we give people, a tax benefit and it's really like a grant for them. They're getting a government grant because that's money they would have paid on their income. So they're getting a government grant to buy their second $1 million house. Yeah. And it seems like the government should be for people, to solve problems that aren't being solved some other way, It shouldn't be a lottery or something, but, that's philosophy. Who the hell cares about that? The reality, that's the reality. And that's why there's not more for low income or medium income. I mean, in housing, low income is making $80,000 a year. That's right. That's right. They consider you disadvantaged. $80,000 a year. That's right. What you think about government programs, you would never, it's probably wrong. And same here. And that's why the reality is you got to find out what's there. What anybody says about a government program could be right, and it probably is somewhere. It could be wrong, and it probably is somewhere. So that's why all that is nonsense. It doesn't matter. What is available to you is the only thing that matters, and that's different wherever you live. So you have to do the work and find that sucker, because the government is going to come knocking on your door and give it to you. You got to go find it. The only door knocker I get from the government is, let's see, what about grants for someone on disability? Yes, even more so. I mean. Because there's special programs to do what? I mean, like fixing up your house or getting a handicap equipped van or something like that. See, I mean, that's it. And I've seen programs even at local level, special down payment money, for people with disabilities. But anything, your minority, your disability, or anything, don't look for just that. Because that's a very small fraction. Everybody thinks, all that is set aside for women or minorities or people with disabilities. That's nonsense. 99, 44, 100% doesn't have any of those kind of requirements. It's doing stuff. There are some that are set aside like that, and you probably run into that, and so you think everything is. But I've cataloged over 17,000 programs. That's a lot of programs. How do I get a grant for an MBA if I live in California and want to go to out-of-state college? Okay, you look at this college. You could get an MBA at a very reputable college called the University of the People. Okay, and that is all they try, and it's hooked up with Berkeley, University in California there, so the prestige of that. A lot of big mucky mucks are involved in this. I've interviewed the guy. I'm a vet. I drive trucks for a company. That's going to be around for a while. It's a good job. I have my own business with LLC, but I need help to find money for grants that help me get a truck. Okay. You may or may not need an LLC. Don't go jumping and get an LLC or getting some kind of legal entity or whatever, or spend money on anything until you know where you're getting the money. because all that stuff, you could be talked into, oh, you better have green eyes, you better have a haircut, you better have this, you better have an LLC, you better have 15 jobs, you better have this in the bank, you better have down payment. Doesn't matter. You got to find out where the money is that you may be able to get. Then you figure out what they want, and then you do that. Don't do everything that you think somebody wants before you know what they want. Oh, I think women want people taller, so I'm going to wear big platform shoes, and I'll be, 5 inches taller, or whatever. Well, how do you know? You're guessing. It doesn't matter. So that's why you go out and you find the source of funding first. Forget about everything else. Everything else is how can I get certain things from you, like my tie, my bow tie. Here's my stuff, and here's what I do. I do research now, and I do it in 3 areas. So I'll do a custom report on housing where you live, and that's like $50. I do a custom report on starting a business where you live, and that's like $79, $80. And I do another custom report on extra money to live on. And that's $79 too. And that's called a $299. If you see it, you go to lesgo.com/tutor. But I have a sale too, I want to tell you. Did you see the headline I have there? It says, I hate my job sale. Well, I put together 140 places that you could go to earn money on the internet without spending a nickel. This is all the new kinds of the gig economy stuff that's out there. It's not government stuff, but it's new ways to make money. It's extra ways to make money, that people, don't talk about. Let's see, let me get you some. And that's why if you go there, and that's $49, but now I have it for $19.95 because it's Labor Day. I want everybody to get the job they want, not something that feels like going to the dentist every day. I just feel sorry for people because, boy, so many people I talk to just are not happy with what they're doing in life, and that's too bad. I don't think we should live that way. We have to many times, and there's times in our life we have to do it, but we also have to be working towards that thing. Wouldn't it be wonderful to make a living and have fun? I think that's the ultimate in life, is making a living and having fun, and that's better than being a gazillionaire, millionaire, all that kind of stuff. You got all those kind of goddamn problems you're worrying about, and most of that stuff you're doing just to impress somebody else. So the book, 140 Ways to Earn Extra Income from the Internet Gig Economy. See, that's what I want to teach people about, because that's the stuff that's growing. This gig economy is growing. Traditional jobs are shrinking. Everybody's trying to get traditional jobs and get the traditional, credentials and whatever. And it's all just nonsense. It's real because that's how people, unfortunately, are hiring. Hi, Miss Lesko from LA. I hope to be there soon. But this is the first time I made all this stuff available in one thing. It only takes me a few days to get it, so I'll have it to you very shortly. Usually my reports take about 2 weeks, and this I can do in less than a week. And so you're going to get 140 things of how to make extra money in the gig economy right from home. You work when you want. You work, and you will get paid. It's guaranteed getting paid. You have insurance and all this kind of. That's what I'm talking about. Get some something going on my own. Yeah, see, I think this is one of the great. My own, grow my own vegetables, take care of my son, and live happy, and that's all I want. Yeah. Okay, then you have to work towards that. Wherever it is, particularly if it's farmland, you call your local county cooperative extension service, ask them about that. What's the land? A lot of them now they're trying to get new farmers. We don't have many farmers left anymore. They all became big, Fortune 500 conglomerate farms or whatever. So people we're losing young farmers, and so there's special programs for that, special programs to help you buy out an existing farmer and things like that. But this extra ways, see, these are all extra ways as you start your farming thing to live on and do things. I mean, you could take care of somebody's pets, and see what's happened. And people make like 30-40 grand just doing that, just part-time on the side in their apartment even. See, what's neat about this thing is they're very flexible, and these are not traditional kind of part-time jobs. These are where you're the boss job, but you don't have to worry about accounting. You don't have to worry about legal stuff. You don't have to worry about if you're going to get paid or not. You don't have to worry if the guy is legit or any of that. All that is taken care of, and that's because of the cloud. Hiya, Joseph. Thanks for tuning in again. So that's the important thing of that. So if you go to letsgo.com/tutor, and you'll see that 140 ways to keep money coming in, and that's really through the new internet gig economy, and using that. I was in the mall here the other day, and this guy, he said, God, he was listening to me, and he said he watches my YouTube all the time, and a nice guy. He said, yeah, I mean, he said, tell me how I changed his life so much, because now he has 2 part-time driving jobs that he just does when he wants to. One is delivering food like during the day, and the other one is delivering, I forget what it is, packages or whatever, And he told me about how I'm helping him and his buddies and all this kind of stuff, and this is where the economy is going. That's why you have to be aware of where the tide's going. I mean, it's sort of like, if you're sitting on the beach, is the water coming up and going to drain your get your towel all wet in the beach, or is it going away from you and you're going to be further from the water? And that's what you have to keep tuned in a little bit to do, and that's what I enjoy doing, and that's what I'm trying to do is teach people as much as possible what looks like the new things that are going, or at least now. I mean, everything's changing, and I don't know for sure about anything either. I keep running into dead ends. I mean, on your hair, you have like bad ends. I think a good rinse will take care of that, because that happens to my hair. No, it's a bad joke. So, yes, because you're using Google on dead ends. I don't know what you want to see or what you're looking for, but if you're using Google, you will run into good. What did you want to do? Miss Dead Ends, business degrees at the university that people are not accredited by. I said, I don't. Well, they work with other schools, and if it isn't, I mean, there's things that I think are changing, and there's going to be less. Who wants accreditation? Okay, the people want accreditation are the people who want. I mean, people are getting jobs with Fortune 500 companies with that. That's all I know. Talking to the fella, he's hooked up with all these big people already, and they get jobs doing that. Now, if you want to go into Hawk for $50,000 a year, God bless you. If you want to get an MBA and learn the material and do it for next to nothing, this is an option. And that's right. I keep missing the live videos. No, you're here now. You're here now, Peter. If you want to become a college professor, you want to go there. I used to be a college professor. I used to teach computer science years ago in the 70s. I have an MBA in computers and taught computer science. That was when the computers were bigger than my kitchen. But what's going on in the gig economy? That's why I put this this report together of 140 places that you could use. I mean, I'm just reading new ones. I got to add to my place. I mean, look at there's one now you could send your old men's clothes to. I mean, they pick it up and send you a box. You just pick it. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, and they send you a check back. So there's so many ways to make money that you don't know. You have a garage. garage. You could make money with your garage, right? That's right. I mean, people making $300-400 a year. Somebody, oh, you want to be a farmer or something. You have a farmland like that, or some extra space. I mean, there's a website now where people go and they're looking for places to camp or have a party or something. You have some extra land like that. People are making $30,000-40,000 a year doing that. You know, I mean, there's no guarantee with anything, you know, and that's the thing. And you know, there's nothing special. Yes, a home, I have bad credit and trying to get $600 so I can start my wellness center. Well, if you have bad credit and you need over $500,000, I think what you have to do, I mean, you could try for that. I mean, look for investors and all that kind of stuff. But in my mind, what I would do instead of just trying to find over $500,000 to start your wellness center is try something without that. How could you do a wellness center without that? And see, the thing also too is that we don't know, even no matter how much you think the wellness, whatever you have your mind in designing the wellness center, that will be the wellness, you know, so popular and everything. You have to get into how do you get marketing? How do you get people? So what I would do now is, if you have an idea for a wellness center, I would talk to wellness centers now and find out how you can work with them just to get customers for them. You know, and that what you want to do is just work with them to find out how to get customers. That way it costs you no money. You're learning how to get customers. And then you're getting money when you find them customers. So you think of ways, hi, oh man, how you doing? You think of ways, you know, for them to get customers, and you get a piece. Maybe they give you half or 25% or whatever. See, that's going to be the most important thing you have to do when you get that $500,000. Because after you get that $500,000 and you bill out the whole thing, now you have to go get customers. You know, then you have so much pressure because you got all this money you spent already and you don't know how to get customers. So if you do that first, now you will learn so much more about the business. See, what you have to do is get into doing the work as fast as possible. You know, some part of that, because that will change your mind about what to do. Instead of spending all this money, what you think is the right way to do. And who knows it is. That's when you get out and do it, you'll see it is. You're right about, well, it would be my home also. Well, then you can get a house, even with bad credit. You know, there's ways for that too, and out of the house. And the way, you know, if you get the download that 5 free, letsgo.com 5 free, one of the things in there is where to start for getting a house. And that's those housing counselors that are all over. They're free. They help you, you know, show you the basic programs and things like that. And they, you know, they've had, see, they get grants to help you for free. If you go online now and start Googling, you're going to get real estate people, mortgage banker people, all these other kind of people that are making money from you, and they want you to be very rich so they can make a lot more money. And you're not very rich, and you don't even have good credit. So those people don't want to bother you because you're too much of a problem. You know? But that's what the government programs are for. You know, and that's why, you know, but they don't advertise. So what you see, that's why I think you're the same way I said you're going around in circles. You're going around in circles because Google is that. You know, going around in Google circles is what I call it. Because all the people who know how to, for you to find them, what are you saying? Are you laughing, smiling, or what? You sick of hearing what I'm saying, or what? He's right about that need to build your client list for. Yes, because then, boy, I mean, that eliminates so much of the risk. And what will happen, I believe, because everything I do, I think, is the right way. When I start doing it, oh, I can't do this. Like when I started doing custom reports, man, I've been doing it for about a year now. Oh, laughing, okay. Sorry, good. The screen is so small and away from me. But when I started doing customer report, I was just looking at something the other day. Oh my God, I even charged for that? That wasn't good at all. You reptilian, you Mason. What are people saying strange things over here? You Mason? We mean like that secret society Masons, or George Mason, part of the Masons, the deli. I'm not secret. Yeah, no. I don't know anything about Masons. I guess I've heard of them, but it doesn't mean anything to me. Are you secret? No, I'm questionable. I'm not secret. Well, let me tell you, another thing I ran into today doing research. I was doing research on 299 extra sources of income, and this is out in Colorado. And I ran in their workforce development. Okay, you could go and Google now your county, the name of your county, and put in workforce development. Now what they had here, let's go, I remember you. Yes, I remember you too. Thank you. They had like 70 free courses for people looking for jobs. And some of these were interesting. These are free. You go down there and they hire experts to give them and stuff like that. This is your money at work. So you're going to go online and somebody's going to get a couple $100 from you to do these. How about this? Resume Lab Review. That's right. So you want your resume review? That's where I live in Colorado. Oh, neat. Yeah, it was right outside of Denver. I forget, what is that? Jefferson? Is that a county in Jefferson? Right outside of Denver? Yeah. So they have these free seminars right there to the workforce. Here are the topics they give. Practice Interview Lab, Resume Concepts, Networking to Find Your Next Job, PowerPoint 2016. You want to know how take a PowerPoint course with a professor and all this kind of stuff. Okay, Word, Microsoft Word 2016, Part 1 and Part 2. You think you don't know how to use a computer? You're going to go on the internet and somebody's going to charge you a lot of money to do that. No. They said to go to rehab, baby. I said no. Okay, Career Exploration Workshop. We should all do that, and none of us know what the hell we're doing, right? All free. That's right. It's all free. Yes. Conflict Resolution Workshop. Why are you looking for a job and you're taking a conflict resolution? You don't want to start a fight yet. It's after the job, after you get the job. Diversity and Inclusivity in the Workplace. Yeah, these are highfalutin things here, but okay. Dynamic Cover Letters Workshop. Man, see, you take that, even if you're doing any marketing, like you want to do your wellness center, you're going to have to write a lot of dynamic, marketing letters. How much is free money to buy a house? Oh, the research on free money to buy a house is $49. But stay tuned. Every once in a while, I have 20% off. But I do have a big sale now on a brand new one. I'm doing 140 ways to use the internet to get extra money in the gig economy. I got 140 websites with tons and tons of videos there and everything. I was going to get a loan for college. Oh no. Try not to do that. If you haven't started college at all, you want to do, the best place is start at your community college. All that is going to be changing. We have so much problems. Actually, I was going to read you today how even these loan people, student loan services, bungled forgiveness program here in the Times today, how even the people, Fed loan, if you have a loan with Fed loan, they're the ones that do student loans. I mean, they're just screwing over everybody with the student loans. I mean, you want to stay as far away as that, and I think, but I understand why. I mean, I was the same way, but I think things are changing now. It's relying more on skills than on credentials or pedigree and stuff like that. So get some real stuff. The VEC is paying for me to go to school. Thanks for the information. Oh, good. Somebody's paying you. That's nice. But the student loan, there's a forgiveness loan if you become a teacher, a librarian, a police officer, a doctor, a nurse, and stuff like that. And the people who are running the loan program are missing all the payments, and they're not forgiving because of their screw up things, and it's just turning into a real mess. Then they're sending overcharges because they screwed up. Harvard equals caste system. Yes, it does. And that's why, for any problems on your student loans, go Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. I want to buy a truck. Got very friendly to this business. Okay, if you're looking for a truck for your business, okay, go to your local small business development center. Small Business Development Center. If you just Google right now, Google the name of your county, like Jefferson County, and then Small Business Development Center. Call them up, make an appointment. They're free. Get rid of hard inquiries on a credit report. To get rid of your bad stuff on a credit report, what you want to do, download that free, actually, I have in my 5 free, lesco.com/5 free, I have where to go to locally. I show you where to go, and there's a video on it about getting your credit fixed up too. And all that is free. Don't Google all that stuff. Don't Google, I need money for a truck. Don't Google that I need my credit fixed. Don't Google those things, because the sharks will just come out and it's not a fair fight. That's all I can say. It's not a fair fight. And they probably have good motive. Who knows? But they're out. Their job is to sell you something, and otherwise they don't eat. So you don't want to even get in that arena. And so find the people who don't sell you anything but do the same thing, and what I think is probably better. But that's a biased opinion, so you don't trust me either, because I'm selling you something. Andre Long, I want training, hopefully free, so learning something. Yes, okay, for training, lots of training. There's 2 places I would start, but open for us, right brain, see the whole picture people. Yes, right brain. I have the wrong brain, I think. I got in the wrong line when they were handing out brains. So I think I got to train. Things always running. Anyway, go to your Career One Stop. That's the place to look for training. Career One Stop. Okay, if you're looking for one place or so to look, is your book still out? No, book isn't out. Go to lesco.com, lesko.com. But the Career One Stop for your county. So put in the county name, put in Career One Stop, and then just only look at websites, .gov.org. Forget everything else. You don't want to talk to anybody who is not a .gov or a .org. I mean, they may be wonderful people, they may even be your relatives, but you don't want to do it yet until you really know the landscape, and are really good at finding that for that category, and that's what you want to do. And download that lesco.com/5 free, and that will get you started on the free stuff. And your consumerfinance.gov, consumerfinance.gov. That's what you want to do for the anybody with debt problems, anybody with student loan problems. They get money back from you. They go chase people down. See, that's what's so neat about so much in the government. It's like getting a lawyer that's free, and they're more powerful than a lawyer. And you'll go on that website and look for filing a complaint, and you'll see all the people that they got, tens of thousands of dollars for. They got, I think it's something like $20 billion back for people in the few years that they've been out in business now, because it's a brand new agency that was set up after the fall of the housing crisis and Wall Street and all that kind of stuff. But let me tell you a few other things too, if you want. Okay, I tell you about grants and loans for vans. I found that every state office has something called the Office of Assisted Technology. So you go to your state and you look for the Assistive Technology Resource Center. Every state has one. Now, this is a resource center that knows about technology. Like if you have particularly if you have a handicap or need a special adaptation to get around the house or in the car, out of the car, or drive the car, or fly to the moon, anything you want to do. What they figure out, okay, what technology is available for you? And see, a lot of these they not only have information about the technology, but they have ways to help you pay for it too. It depending on the state, it's all different. And then you want to, here's the people that finance a lot of this stuff. And on their website, they tell you about the free programs. You may be able to get it through grants and stuff. And it's a little bit, trying to sell you something. And they are a .com, but it looks like it's a good place to find out about getting grants to pay for a lot of this stuff. And it's called mobilityworks.com. Hi, Miss No Name. Ah. And it's mobilityworks.com. So you go there, and they have a state-by-state listing, of stuff there. Actually, another great state-by-state listing I just came up, I found in doing my 299 extra sources of money that keeps coming in for daycare. How many out there? Raise your hands if you're paying for daycare. Okay. Well, here's a place, daycareaware.org. This is a nonprofit organization for if you want to, you're looking to help pay for daycare. They help you with that. They have all the sources, not everything, but it's a good place to start. They have it state by state, so you just go to your state and find out what's available in your state, to help you pay for daycare. And also remember, a good thing to do is start a daycare center. You could do that with almost no money at all. And the state governments help you do that, because then they give money to your customers to pay for daycare that you will do pertaining to children. Do you recommend 229 college? Don't know much about those college savings plans, but any savings plan can't hurt. Anything that forces you to put away money, something, and it's not investing in like the stock market or some stuff like that you don't want to be an expert at, then it's not going to hurt you. And I guess they're the state plans they have and everything. No, they all came after my kids went to college, and so. But anyway, so a good little business is doing a daycare center out of your home, because the government will help you do that. And then they give money. Sorry, I got a little air in my throat. They give you money. Actually, they give your customers money to pay you. So in other words, it's sort of like having a college, where people go to college now and they get the government to give them money to pay to the college. Well, that's what they do in daycare. So you could start a little daycare center. The rules are different for every city or state. I think it's really a state thing. But if you get stuck and can't find it, you can start with Childcare Aware. And I think that they have a section there on if you want to be a daycare provider also. And that's it. And that's sort of, I think, a neat thing. Okay. I have one in my home. Oh, you do? I want to expand. Are there grants to expand? Yeah, there might be. There aren't. It depends. You have to do is look. The real answer, nobody knows the real answer. It takes effort to look, to make sure what's around in your area, devote the time to it, and that's the only way it's going to work. I would say there probably is. Don't know for sure until I do all the research and find it. So that's why you start research. You start with that. Tell them you're looking for extra funding money. You go to childcareaware.org. Okay, find something there, and then you go to your state that regulates daycare centers. Ask them about it, and then you have to be creative. Am I on Patreon? No, my son is, though. I was told that I couldn't afford to buy a home in New York City because of my credit. Oh, maybe not. It depends on who told you. They may be right for them. It's too high rent account to go around and buy my first home. How can I go around that and buy my first home? You got to keep knocking on doors. You have to keep searching for programs and see what they are. In New York City, you're going to have 30, 40 programs, at least, from little nonprofit organizations. Maybe a place to start with is your community action agency. higher down payments or work on your own credit. Your community action agency, they may know about those programs. You're looking for nonprofit organizations that work with housing to learn about the options where you are. I'm sure, I mean, New York's a big market. Housing is a tough thing, but let's see, Catholic Charities is accepting applications for low-income houses in New York City. There's John. Yeah. So you hear that? Catholic Charities, that's one of the nonprofit, that's a .org. They are building a new complex, see? So it's all banging on doors, and that's why start learning the system, start practicing it. You have to start failing. That's the only way you learn. You're not going to make one phone call and get, the fairy godmother is going to sprinkle pixie dust on you and everything will be all right. No. You're going to have to work at this stuff to do it, okay? But it's fun to find out, because then you build a skill. And if you have a skill to do this, then you can do anything. Then if you know how to get something, whoops, good evening, Matthew, that would recommend it in regards to a retirement plan instead of a 401k, runs the risk of the stock market. Yeah, I wouldn't put in that. I'd put it in me, not me personally, in yourself, in a way to get training. But put in something safe you don't have to worry about. There's too much shenanigans going away. If you don't have a house and you plan to be around somewhere for a while, that's always good, particularly now if you haven't had one before. To get, be a first-time home buyer is easy to get into a house now. And that's one thing, if you're going to be there for a while, it's going to be good. Manage it personally. I have a feeling you're going to change my life. Wow. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's life is difficult to me. What I think the bottom line is having fun. Because life is so different. Damn, I'm still searching for grants on my small business. By the way, I like your suit. Well, maybe then stop. You got to think of something else, or if you haven't gotten everywhere yet. In other words, what about crowdfunding? That's why if you take a look at this, the report I'm talking about now, the 140 ways to use the gig economy, I got all this crowdfunding in there. Also, and you'll see videos in there. People have no money and they raise $50, $100, $200,000 on crowdfunding with not even a product. And that's why that stuff is really exciting to me, because then that's something you could learn and do all the time. It costs nothing to try. If you fail, you win, because people see your product and you get feedback and things like that, even though you don't have a product yet. I mean, that's why you don't need grants, maybe. I mean, that's why to me there's other ways to do things. You go into business with somebody else somehow, or a piece of it, or you run it on the back of your car. I mean, there's always more than one way to do something, and that's I think the problem. We get convinced, well, I got this idea, I need $200,000 to do it. Okay, well now if that's not coming easily, you have to change the idea. Son goofed off in high school, dad died on act, and now. And now wants to get into college and can't. Well, he can get into some college, I'm sure. It's just a matter of where. So if he's just starting out, man, go to the local community college, ACT test like essay. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, I'll show you mine. I have 2 above plant life on my SAT scores. And I took them with my kids, about 10 years ago or something. When they first took them, we all sat in a line to take them. They were still as bad as they were, 40 years ago or whatever it was. But now there's, go to the local, community college is the best, deal in town. And don't spend more than that, particularly if he doesn't know what he's doing. Get him from a college that is willing to accept you. Well, the local community college, Mr. Lesko, do you know of any way to find a job? Yes, I just showed you about 140 ways to find a job. I have 18 colleges and freshmen don't know where to find a job. If you have $20, I reduced this thing from $49 to $29. It shows you how to use the internet, 140 ways to start earning income out of, and by being your own boss. That's the thing. You start earning income by being your own boss, but you don't have to worry about legal things. You don't have to worry about not getting paid. You don't have to worry about taxes. You don't have to worry about insurance. All those things, that you have to worry about when you normally set up a company or business. And this means you don't. I want to be a dental hypnotist. Oh, hygienist. You're a community college. Don't go to a private school that does this. Check with them first, and that's the important thing. But just ways to make money. And see, that's why these jobs, I'm going to show you, there's 140 ways to make money, is that you could do that while you're working on something else. While you're being a dental hygienist, see, or while you're starting your business, or while you're going to school, or just part-time while you have your other main job, that is like going to the dentist every day. Not the dental hygienist, but the guy who's pulling the teeth. By the way, I was just looking at data on dentists. I mean, our cost of living has been raising, for the last 30 or 40 years, quite a bit. Okay, now healthcare cost of living has doubled that increase. So healthcare has doubled our normal cost of living. Dental is triple. So we're paying triple time. Free drugs. Oh, that's right. You hate your job, you need free drugs. Yeah, let me give you that thing. Where is it? Okay. Prescription drugs. PPARX.org. Okay. PP. If you have, sometimes you go to the doctor, you have to go pee-pee. Okay. PPARX.org. Okay. Now that's where you find out about all the free drug programs. But that's not all of them. What you want to do is every state seems to have some kind of free drug programs too. And these are prescription drugs. I'm sorry, I know people late at night probably thinking I'm talking about some other kind of drugs. No, these are prescription drugs, the expensive ones. The illegal ones are probably getting cheaper now than the legal ones. Apply for Amazon, to apply for Amazon, they hire work from home. Yeah, they do. I mean, Uber, I have all these things in that report. Whether it's driving, whether it's getting rid of old stuff, whether it's sharing stuff with people. There's so many things now that is going on. That people, just doing things on the computer. Like people need something ordered an ebook for online jobs today. Can't wait to get it. Oh, great, thank you. It takes me about, just give me a few days. I'm sure after the weekend you'll have it. Let's see, where we're, okay. The drugs, okay, free drugs. PPARX.org. Okay, now a lot of them are income determinant, a lot of these. So if you're a fat cat, these probably won't work. Now another way is you go to needymeds.org. Needy, NEEDYMEDS.org. Now that's a wonderful website. Has a lot of, they have a little advertising, but not so much. Matthew, is your book printed? No, sorry. I don't have to mail it to you, and then you have to charge another. When I was doing books and sending it, I'd have to get at least $15 to mail and send and all that. Can you sit there and put some links, because Matthew is what? I got my. Hi Matthew, it's Rose again. Okay, at the end, I don't know what. The few links I talked about, I'll certainly put up. Afterwards, I'll probably do it in the morning. I have to do a 10:30, phone call, because that's another thing to do, is talk personally and give links to people on the phone. So it's like $1 a minute, and so in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, sometimes we really get into stuff, but it's at letsgo.com/talk, TALK. And he recommended how to get assistance for low-cost auto body repair in my car, Bergen County, New York. Yes, I just did that. I did. Yes. Actually, there's a website. I don't think I have it here. But if you email me, I'll try to get it to you. And if I screw up, it's in one of the old videos. So go back in, because you can look at all my videos by date. And within the last month, I did something on free cars and free car repair. And one of the neatest places is there's a website you could find on who car training shops, like the who whether it's technical schools, they're looking for cars to repair because they're training mechanics and stuff like that to do that. So that's what I do. I email Governor Rock Scott to get grants for a small bit. Yeah, well, he's probably going to. My home or RV, I have not received it. Yeah, the governor's office probably isn't good. If it's grants for a business or whatever, see, he doesn't even know where the hell it is. It's just there's just dozens and dozens of places to check. I'm not too sure what state you're in, but you have to start, at the city, the county, the state, and federal. There's also contracts. See, another thing with grants, grants is the wrong word. Never use grants, because you could get more contracts, than grants. You can get direct deposits instead of grants. But see, they're not called grants, and the bureaucrats won't tell you about them. So never use the word grants. Always use financial assistance. That's what you're after, is financial assistance, not grants. I went through those videos you're talking about, but apparently I don't qualify for those programs, aren't in my county. Well, I'm not sure what videos, and okay, if it's county, then you got to keep looking. Then you got to go to the city. Then you got to go to the nonprofit. Then you got to go to the state. Then you got to go to the federal. Then you got to go to the other things on the internet, or start thinking of another. The way to do it is you think of another way to get to the same place, but doing it differently. That's what you have to do. How can you do what you want to do, but not get all that money to do it if you can't get it? And there's ways to do it. What is it? Maybe I'll give you some ideas here. Tell me what kind of business you were trying to do. Thanks. Rosa. Oh yeah, I think I helped you already. And by the way, if you email me at letsgofreeradio@gmail.com, I try to answer. I have a lot of research reports. I got to make myself profitable. So I got to take care of the paying customers first, and sometimes I screw that up. So the non-paying, I really want to help, but sometimes I can't do it all right away and stuff like that. So, just remind me if you don't get something in about 2 days or something like that. Please give me the keys to your brain. Well, that's why I'm trying to share as much as I can. I mean, I've been studying this stuff. In the last 3 years, I've worked harder studying this stuff than ever before, because I spent more time selling it before. And now I don't know how to sell it. And so I've been researching it. And that's why I've done over 1,000 interviews of people who've used the internet to make money, without any money. So just like government grants, but on the internet. Do something on Patreon. I'm not on there, but yeah. I mean, you would support me on Patreon? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, my son is, and I think it's a great thing. I mean, see, that tells you what's going on. I mean, they're giving out over $1 million a month. Yes, that's, was that you? Yeah, I was on Letterman about 7 times, yeah. What do you think of Bitcom? It's probably going to come bigger and bigger. A bigger and bigger Bitcom. So that's just going to grow. Even, I think, who was it? Somebody said that. Oh, Tika's there. Hi. Hi, Tika, missed you. But no, Bitcom is there. Oh, who had the idea? You can't find the business money. And you looked all the county. Like I said, that's one thing. And see, what I do in my reports, I show you 200 places to check. I've seen you on TV since I was since the 80s and 90s. Now I'm 35. Oh, I'm twice your age. Yeah, and plus some. Yeah, so Suits made up with a question mark. Yeah, I've been wearing these suits 15, 20 years, something like that. And they're fun. Bitcoin is going to crash. Well, who knows? I don't know. A stock market crash, so why shouldn't Bitcoin? Everybody crashes, so why don't you? Your sister and your brother and your mommy, daddy too. Big one, small. I want to know about free drugs. Okay, I just did that. Were you listening? PPARX.org is where you find out about that, and it's income dependent because they all give them out free to people who aren't covered or big copays and stuff like that. Or the other place to check is needymeds.org. Needymeds.org. Okay. And check there too. And now there's other places. I found when you send, what site do you sell reports on? Lesco.com/tutor. That's where I sell my reports. Lesco.com/toot. I give a hoot, toot, toot. Give a hoot and toot. A woodsy owl. I got the woodsy owl to come on a show with me once. It's a costume. You could get the woodsy owl costume. Anybody old enough to remember woodsy owl? Well, I think it's the Department of Interior. And you could get that costume. Now, wouldn't it be great to come Halloween as the woodsy owl? Go to that website right now. Oh, great. Okay. And actually, okay, there's a sale on that 140 ways to make extra money in the gig economy. That's on lesco.com/tutor, and it's only $19.95 until Labor Day because I hate the thought of people going to do jobs they don't like, and I want to help everybody to have fun at work and learn how to make a living at it too, because that's the key in life. What about international grants? Is there a free affiliate website to make money? And Google Wealthy Affiliate. I'm not sure what I'm on Share a Sale if you want to sell my stuff. Yeah. Amen to that. Yeah. Where was I? I was answering 3 questions. I forgot the first one. I think I was in the middle of a bunch of them. Well, who's the fella who said, they couldn't find county money for their business? Well, let's think of another way to do that, because there must be another way. Another way to try. You're not in business now, okay? So you got to take some kind of step forward. I will sell your stuff with pleasure. Oh, great. Share a Sale. Sign up there and yeah, please. I need help. That's why I can't help as many people for free, because I got to figure out how to be profitable at this. I've been doing research, like I say, 3 or 4 years doing this. Your email once again, please. letsgofreeradio@gmail.com. letsgofreeradio@gmail.com. Oh, thank you. Yeah, let's say, it's almost, God, what did we do? I'm trying to set up my own business, but there are no grants. What kind of business, Emma? Tell me what kind of business. How many suits do you have? About 20, but I just gave away about 10. Grocery business. Wow, well, that sounds like you need house Chantilly, in Pennsylvania. I'm in Pennsylvania. Grocery business. You mean you want to have a grocery store? You know what I found that people are doing as a gig thing, and there'll probably be more, is doing shopping for people at the grocery store. I was at Whole Foods, and I saw people. They didn't look like customers or something, but they were doing, gathering products in the store and putting them in bags and everything. Yeah, well, it was a little gig that they have of doing shopping for people, putting it all up, and then a delivery person comes and takes it and delivers it to the people. So that's the kind of business maybe you could do without any money to do, to be in that business, to learn that shopping, because now that Amazon has bought Whole Foods, they're changing the way we're shopping. MSO, hope you're doing. Do you have resources for acquiring land and necessary training to become a beginner farmer? Yes, there is money at the Department of Agriculture for that. Lots of programs I've seen now for beginning farmers. Even They even have free land to try it. And it all depends where you live. You got to do research yourself, dig it out, but start with your county cooperative extension service. Just don't only go to .com, .gov or .org. Don't go any .coms. I was researching your videos. I was researching your videos about car repair and couldn't find my assistants in my county. I tried calling 211 and they said they don't have any. Okay, so yeah, nothing works all the time everywhere. Now, also I have a list, and a bunch of those have different things. Now, the other things there, then you're trying to buy a car or fix up a car, because in your workforce office, a lot of them now have money for transportation, fix up money. I know New Jersey has stuff like that, and Pennsylvania does. Can you buy a farming simulator for your computer, like a flight simulator? I don't know. And there probably is. There's probably everything in simulators now. But thanks for trying. Yeah. Thanks for making me, what is that? Making me a Superman. Oh, nice. You are our leading reason why my communist Marxist movement started in America. Yeah, what's in a name? Free drugs, yes. Was that a medical symbol on your name there? Or whatever? Okay, so I gave you the free drugs. I gave you the childcareaware.org. What was the site again for free drugs? PPARX.org. PPARX.org. And then you also have the needymeds.org. And here's an 800 number of a nonprofit organization that helps with stuff like that. It's called copays.org. Copays.org. That's right, PPARX.org. Copays.org is 1-800-532-5274. 1-800-532-5274. Okay, 1-800-532-5274. And in New Jersey, dial Bigelow 7. That's old TV stuff that most people less than 100 years old don't care about. Let's see, what else? That's free prescription drugs. What else I tell you about? The daycare stuff. Right, and my websites too, lesco.com/talk, or where the free download is lesco.com/5free, FREE, and then the deal on the book is lesco.com/tutor, TUTOR, tutor, and you look for the 140 ways to keep money coming in, and by using the gig economy, and that's all those great things. This is what's growing in our country, making living this way, and like so many of these people that do this. Like if you want to make a living, renting out a room in your house. Well, there's 1 million people doing that already. Just say I'll leave you a message, offer you my help. Okay, great. Let's go. I was inspired by your story of success in DC. I came here myself to find out, but I hate my job. Oh, yes. Oh, I hate your job. Yeah. Well, then you have to start taking little steps, and that's the point. Start trying things. The one thing to do is not spend money doing it. Don't go back and get another degree and spend a whole lot of money. Don't invest in somebody's, good night. Okay, thank you, Miss No Name. Don't spend a lot of money on some deal on the internet that sounds just perfect for you and you're going to be a gazillionaire. None of that's going to work out. If it does, it's going to have to be something that comes from inside you, something that you really want to do. Think of something that you think you can provide to somebody. I want to open a storage unit business in Iowa. You could start in your basement. There's a platform for that. I have room in my basement to store your stuff, see? Let's see, it bounced back. Let's go free radio at gmail.com. It shouldn't bounce. Let's go free radio. How did it bounce back? What did I do wrong? It doesn't look like it. LESKOFREERADIO at gmail.com. Let me look at that sucker and see what's. Yeah, I haven't had an email there for a while. Let me send me something from another one. Do you have a list of crowdfunding sites? I only know about GoFundMe. Yeah, I do. I have that in that 140 ways to keep money coming in. Selling iOS. Spelling iOS is wrong. Spelling iOS, what? Okay, let me see. Let me test. Let's go free radio. That looks good. Let's see if I get that. Huh. Oh, I got it. I got it. Did you try it again? Too many E's in my email. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I just checked it and it worked for me. What did you start your career in? How did you start your career? Well, actually, I had a software company back in the 70s. How did I grade? How would I grade the market in? The market for what in VA? You mean like the real estate market or something? I wouldn't know. I don't follow real estate that much. And that's too much gambling. I mean, if you're going to live in the house, fine. that's all I would be interested in myself. But buying houses, I think that's easy and probably in the long run, but that's a big full-time job, yeah. I think maybe the best way is to do a where you're living part and mailing out the other part. Chantilly, Virginia. Oh, Chantilly, yeah. Well, around the D.C. area has to be good. I'm on fit income. Is there hope? Oh, fixed income. Is there hope to have my own business any kind online? Yes, don't pay for anything online to have a business. Then you can have it. There's too many platforms where you could start a business online. That's what I have in that 140 report. Amway, why bother? There's too many more fun things. I mean, if that's something that excites you, then I can't say. I don't know what the hell I should do. Telling somebody else to do. But I mean, that's what I try to do is put these 140 websites, places to make money, which means starting businesses. You have an idea for something or whatever. You want to provide a service. You want to do a project. So that's another way. Besides, renting out your attic if you want. Or I mean, there's just 140 ways to get money like that is so flexible. You don't need anything. You don't need lawyers. You don't need accountants. You don't need to worry about getting paid. You don't have to worry about insurance. It just made it too easy, and they're all free. That's the thing. So what you do is you start something. You try it and see what you don't know. Then you get smart on that, and then what else have it? Where is this information? Is there money for a gym membership for health? Probably not. I mean, probably you can make it. There's a lot of extra money, but not that says gym membership. Yeah. All those things are in that new ebook I just did. It's a custom thing, so I have to send it. I'll send it in about 3 or 4 days, and it's 140 ways to make extra money using the internet economy. And these are the gig economies. These are all at no cost. They're using to learn how to make money like this. And see, to me, this is better than grant. A grant you get once and that's it. Here you start learning a system that you could do anytime, as much as you want, as little as you want. It's just a perfect lifestyle. And this is something that's growing. Now half the business travelers are using things like, shared economy when they travel. So everybody said, oh, renting out this stuff, nobody's going to do this stuff. They're going to stay at hotels. No, half of them are using Airbnb, personal rent-a-cars. You have a car you're not using, you can make money when people come to town and need a car. You can make money by taking them to see the sights. That's right. That's what Airbnb is doing now. So if you have any, or coming to your house for a dinner, here's what people in Oshkosh, Wisconsin do when, and people pay for that experience. This is what's changing and so exciting, at least in my mind. That's so different. It's that people are sick of going to these big hotels and going to the concierge, and they say this big, steak restaurant that they're getting 20% of the bill on, or whatever the hell it is. And instead, they're getting some nice house in the neighborhood or out in the suburbs that they come and see how the local folks live, and they pay to do it. That's what's neat. So that's why, look at that stuff. It's fun. And that's why your life can be fun. And the fun comes really, I think, also having control of your life. If you have to sit in traffic for an hour and a half each way every day, and what's your view of the Federal Reserve? Actually, Federal Reserve Board loans are good for housing. I mean, all those kinds of things. I don't care. I'm just trying to live. And no matter what I thought of it, is not going to change my life, because if they change it, it's going to be I'll die before it probably happens. How do I access the market of the visitors wanting to experience? That's on Airbnb. They have an experience portion where you set it up, and it's all free. And see, millions of people are coming to that website every day looking for stuff like this. So that's what I mean. That's why it's so much easier to start. And that's on that 140 ways to make money on the internet, that I have at lesgo.com/tutor. Right on the front page there. It's $19.95, and I have those 140 things, and it's discounted from, $49.95. But I want people to have it. Let's see, I'm going to have to do a phone thing soon, so I'm going to have to leave. Let's go. Are there any programs available for a criminal county in New Jersey if I make less than, for housing? Yes. Yeah, for housing, is that it? Or a job. Yeah, don't forget if you're an attorney in New Jersey, you get government contracts likely. And there's this sidebar. I come in, how come right people are tearing down statues in America? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. They hate violence, so they do violence? I don't understand this. Anybody calling or tearing down the pyramid, which is built by slaves? Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I don't know why we can't be more civil. Okay, guys, and I think that's because people are pissed off with their life, so they have to take it out on somebody else. Yeah. So that's why, if I get you do something you're happy with, I don't think John Kennedy would have said that. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you later. Lesgo.com, 5 free is the free thing. Lesgo.com/tutor is the 140 thing. Okay. See you soon. Thank you. Well, thank you for being there. Away from my buying your custom housing program, $30. Oh, nice. Shared economy is the oldest business in brothels. You're right. By the way, somebody, the person 30 away, write me at Let's Go Free Radio and tell me that. And if you don't hear from me in a day or two, hit me up again. Okay? Take care. I'm not sure when I'll do it again. I'll try to do it every day or two.